Hi, I'm Jeremy Crosby.
And I'm Nick Boucher. We're your hosts for the program that's all about your city, Talking Fitchburg.
Every weekday, we pull together the news, events, and information you need to stay on top of what's happening in the city of Fitchburg.
Find Talking Fitchburg on cable TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our live stream on the web. Plus, you can find all our headlines and stories on Facebook, YouTube, and our video on demand service. This is your city.
Keep up with Talking Fitchburg and the issues affecting you and your neighbors.
Want to know what's happening in your city? Get Notify Me messages from the City of Fitchburg. Visit fitchburgwi.gov on your computer or mobile device and select the big Notify Me button on the left. Enter your email and/or phone number, whichever is best for you to get notifications. Scroll down the list and select all the topics you're interested in to receive email or text messages about. You'll be notified every time one of your topics is updated. Sign up for Notify Me, one more way to keep up with your Fitchburg government.
I'm calling the Board of Public Works meeting to order this January 5th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. We have our full slate of board members tonight present with us. Kim Lobdell, Dave Wilborn, Bill Jetzer, and Don Gutkowski. And remote, we have live with us via Zoom, Alder Dave Herbst. I guess we are looking for public appearances for non-agenda items. I see no one in chambers and no one online. So we can move on to agenda item 3, subsection A, approval of the December 1st, 2025 meeting minutes.
So we approved December 1st, 2025 meeting.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? Seeing none, I will call the vote. All in favor of the December 1st meeting minutes, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. It is unanimous. Moving on, item 4A, public hearing for the 2024 sidewalk assessment adjustments. We have no one in chambers. We have no one online. All right, I am opening the public hearing. And seeing no one in chambers and no one online, I will close the public hearing. And we can move on to agenda item 5, report from the Director of Public Works, Mr. Tim Volker, PE.
Thank you. I'll just start with a refuge and recycling collection update. Pelletari's been working with Ben Schulte, our principal environmental engineer, and a couple of the collection days have been revised starting beginning in the first week of 2026. So what was happening was our collection day on Thursday was becoming a little heavy, and it was becoming harder for Pelletary to pick everything up in a reasonable time frame on Thursdays. So what's going to happen is they're moving some of that to Wednesday to lighten the load on Thursday, and then also some collection on Tuesday will be moved to Wednesday also. So all the residents have been notified by Pelletary back in December. The city's been posting on social media. I'm just bringing it to everyone's attention tonight that it is 2026 and that these new collection dates will be starting, and it's about 1,000 properties that were changed, and the Thursday collection day is really the eastern part of the city, kind of Terra Vesta, Southdale, and south of those neighborhoods. Yes, yep.
1,000 households is a pretty big chunk of the, aren't there like 6,500 total households?
I think close to 7,000.
Even still, that's 15% of the city. Wow.
With that, any questions? That's really all I had as far as refuge and recycling went. Project updates were 2026 projects. We're kind of wrapping up the design and specifications and bid documents. So our resurfacing project and our sidewalk project will look to be advertised here shortly. And then also our Fitchburg Road reconstruction project, looking to wrap up the property acquisition for that project. That'll be our major reconstruction project for this year. Hoping to get the bid docs out beginning of 2026. And with that, does anyone have any questions? That's all I have for my report.
Okay, thank you. We can move on to our review items. Review of utility P card and check payments. Do we have any questions on that?
I have one on the Hala Beehive grate for whatever, $1,300. Where is that and what's the problem?
So the Beehive grate, it's a grate that you put on a stormwater manhole. And it looks like, Scott, if you can pop up or show my screen, I have a couple images here of what they look like. And it's kind of just a grate that sits on top of a manhole just so keeps stuff out of the manhole and critters getting in and clogging it. And specifically, I don't know where this one went. I can ask Ben and report back at our next meeting.
So it isn't necessarily geared towards
bees, correct. It's just more of how it looks, the aesthetics of it. It looks like a beehive.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
You may have a raccoon revolt. Raccoons love going down the stormwater.
Yeah,
living
right.
down there.
I thought it was related to bees, and I thought, where in the world are we having so many problems with bees that we have to put a special grade on something?
Any other questions? Doesn't look like it, so we can move on to our agenda item for tonight, 7A. Looking for a motion to approve Resolution R 23225, authorizing Dane County services for stormwater and permit review and erosion control inspection in 2026.
I'll move to approve Resolution R 232-25.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Don. Tim, walk us through this one.
The city has a contract with Dane County Land and Water Resources, which was approved back on March 23rd, 2017 via Resolution R35-17. The city utilizes these services for the compliance review of stormwater management and erosion control permits and inspection. The 2026 operating budget has allocated $35,000 for Dane County erosion control and stormwater management review and enforcement services. The financial policy requires council to approve contracts exceeding $25,000. So we're looking for council to authorize payment to Dane County Land and Water Resources as outlined on the attached pre-approval form.
Is this on a per parcel basis? Like you don't have to use all 35? It's like, depends on how busy you are?
Correct. So like last year in 2025, we had about 37 erosion control and stormwater permits come into the system. I believe the prior year was about 33, and then the year before about 20. So last year we expensed about, through November, it was about $31,000, so close to the $35,000. And then whatever gets billed to, so if it's a private development, that just gets passed to the developer. So last year out of that $31,000, $23,416 were charged to the developers, and then $7,300 was associated with city projects.
Alder Herbst.
The only thing I'll add, Mr. Haith will tell us that we're violating laws and not exercising the proper responsibility for our stormwater. Just be prepared for that. We've heard that before.
Tim, do we know what they're charging Middleton, Oregon, and Stoughton on a per parcel or hourly basis? Or
I think the hourly rate's the same as us, and it's based off the contract. I think it was in the agreement attached to the agenda item.
okay,
I think it's paragraph 4.1. Municipality agrees to reimburse county for its labor costs under this agreement at the rate of $75.66 per hour, prorated for fractions of an hour to the nearest 1/10. Travel time is billable as a labor cost. And then I think there's a wage, because this agreement was executed back in 2017, that wage rate was then increased based off the CPI index, which is the next paragraph here. But all the communities, Middleton, Stoughton, Oregon, Waunakee, Cambridge, Cottage Grove, and I believe Deerfield, they would all be charged that same rate as Fitchburg.
okay. And then overall, maybe it relates to the question that Mr. Haith will be asking us. For stormwater, do we charge anything for stormwater or have any review in stormwater? I seem to have that we had some LTEs and stuff that were helping our stormwater review.
Yeah, so what kind of the process for this, someone submits an erosion control and stormwater permit application. We have it all online through our OpenGov system. So similar to a building permit, you can now submit everything online. When an applicant submits it online, both the city of Fitchburg and Dane County get notified so that we can start our review. So if it's a private development, we'll kind of do a cursory review of it, just to make sure that it meets what we're looking for. But then the county will do the in-depth review. But if it contains any publicly owned or maintained infrastructure, we'll also do a more in-depth review on it along with the county's review. And then the same with the inspection side of things too, is the private side the county kind of handles. But if it's a public project or a city project, we'll kind of be more involved and also with the county.
Okay. And then does the county have any liability, seeing it's all developers and a developer challenges it? Do they have any liability with this, or is it all us?
It's falls on us because it's within the city, but I'm sure there is some liability because of the review that they play a part of and inspection services.
Thank you.
Dave, did you have a question?
Yeah, have you seen consistent resources? Have you seen the same people, or is it someone different, past couple of years?
Yeah, it's been consistent the last couple of years that I've been here, Dave, with the county staff. So they haven't had any turnover. So we are seeing the consistency out in the field and with the reviews, and then Ben also dealing with their staff on a day-to-day basis.
Thank you.
Last year we went through about 31,000, but passed 23,000 through to the developers. So really of the budgeted 35K, we officially used 7,000, or did we officially use 23,000? I don't know how the accounting works. Like, did most of that 35K from last year just roll over this year?
Yeah, that's a more of a finance Misty question on how she handles that. As long as the developers pay that, what was expensed to them. Mm-hmm. But as far as how she shows the revenue then coming in, I'm unsure of.
Yeah, I guess I'm wondering. Since we're approving 35,000 tonight, does that mean even though the vast majority of this is passed through, we're not allowed to spend more than 35,000 with the county, or is it only if the net amount exceeds 35K, would we need to worry about it?
If between both development and city projects, we can't exceed 35,000. So however that works out, we
I guess,
can't.
yeah, so what I mean is, let's say that we have a situation like last year where we spent 31,000, but we passed 23,000 through to the developer,
Right.
which they reimburse the city. Does that mean that we could spend no more than 4,000 additional last year? Or could we have spent 4,000 plus the 23,000 before hitting the $35,000 limit?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Okay.
Question, Bill.
I mean, 31,000 is pretty close to the 35. I don't know if we need to worry about, bumping that number up next year somewhat. Or I guess, do you know whether that number has been increasing at all over time?
So between 2025 and 2026, we kept it at 35,000. I think we bumped it going from 2024 to 2025.
Okay.
But I'd have to check to verify that.
Well, I guess generally speaking, Misty is on top of almost everything.
Yes.
Okay. Further questions? Well, it doesn't look like it. I will go ahead and call the vote. All in favor of Resolution R 23225, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. It is again unanimous. Okay, announcements. Our next Board of Public Works meeting is Monday, January 19th, except that's a holiday. So we are tentatively talking about the following Monday, January 26th.
And I am not available on January 26th.
Okay, but I got a thumbs up from FACTv. Don is okay, Dave?
I'll be here.
Okay, so we will have a quorum. Tim, you're okay with
I'm
that?
good with that.
All right, then I guess we can say it's officially,
Do you expect we'll still have one on February 2nd, like only 1 week later?
I would have to check to see
what's
what
referred and
agenda
what's
items. I
available.
know
Okay.
that 26 we will have probably 3 or 4 items. It's looking like so far.
Okay.
And then I guess I could kind of give an update on the 26 if there's enough to bring forward at February 2nd, or just maybe not have that.
Okay.
okay, if there's nothing else, I will go ahead and ask for a motion to adjourn.
I so move we adjourn. Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye.
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 All right, we are adjourned at 5:47 PM.